So if possible, be on the videos. Since we can't meet physically, let's see each other. We only have 1 hour because we have Zoom meeting starting soon. So we are not going to take time. Those that are here, welcome. Can you just put in the chat where you are logging in from so that we know the countries that are represented? And I'll welcome the trainer for today. Leaders, just inbox your team members. You don't want them to miss this. Let's just follow up on our team members and make sure they are here. Let's see, Zimbabwe represented, Harare, Zimbabwe, UK represented, Kwekwe, Zimbabwe, Eswatini, welcome. Okay, so let's see. Okay, welcome, Zimbabwe. So let me get started. Today is getting started training for all new people. You know, everything you have to do orientation and you have to know how to do, whether it's at work, you have to do orientation or knowing what to do and what not to do. We are so blessed that we have a leader among us, not just an ordinary leader. She is a self-made millionaire in this industry. She's a mentor. She's an international speaker, a trainer. You know, she speaks in places where you have over 10,000. A trainer, business growth expert. I'm privileged that I saw her in 2012 when we were in another company and we were just starting. But over the years, she built an organization of over 450,000. She personally mentored 32 people to be first-time millionaires. So we are so blessed. I'm surprised that people are very few here. It's really an honor to have our mentor, our trainer, Efrosyni, making time to be with us. So I'll say, ladies and gentlemen, take a book and a pen and write whatever she's going to share with us. Something I want to share first is on, was it Thursday or Wednesday, I was stuck. I wanted to go Emerald, but I was stuck. Whatever I was doing, numbers were not moving. And I said, but I have a mentor. I have someone who is a business growth expert, and she's there to mentor me and teach me, without even me paying money, and I'm not reaching out. She's just a phone call away. I humbled myself. I reached out, so when I reached out and the nuggets that she shared with me, I started seeing the numbers going up. And on Friday, I've never been under pressure. She was checking on me. Leaders inspect what you expect. She was inspecting me, checking where I was, and I had to hit that rank. So I am here as Emerald because, working with her, working with the team, she talked to the leaders and we put in a game plan. We started working on it. So allow me to introduce our mentor, Efrosyni Adamides. Take it over, my sister. I know I'm logged in with your name. I'll change.
Thank you, my dear Helen. Well, thank you for the kind words, but more importantly, I'm so proud of you, Helen.
Thank you.
I remember speaking to you, and you said to me, "We will do it." And there was just an absolute certainty when you said that. And I know that even though the numbers at some point weren't going the way that you wanted them to in terms of speed, but you didn't stop. And this is really, really important. You just kept your eye on the prize and you put in the work. And Emerald, I'm telling you, it's a massive massive achievement. Guys, to give you an idea, as an emerald, not only do you basically start to enjoy a residual income of $2,000 every single month, which $2,000 residual. Firstly, one residual dollar is worth a lot more than one linear dollar because the residual pays you every month. It pays you if you're in the UK. It pays you if you decide to take a holiday and go to Zimbabwe. It pays you if you're on a holiday in Australia. It's residual. And I know this is just the beginning for you, my dear Helen. The other thing that happens at Emerald is that you get invited to 100 squared plus leaders only group. This
Wow.
is like the Navy SEALs of Viago. And you're going to get inducted into that group this week, my dear Helen. So I am so proud of you. But I know
Thank
this is
you.
just the beginning still.
It was tough. You checking on me every
Hey, look, the suspense was killing me. I wanted this for you as much as I wanted it for, well, actually, I get more excited when I see the team hitting ranks rather than when I hit the ranks, because I feel that
True. True.
this is what a network marketing is all about. It's about helping people rise. The more people you help rise, the more you rise as well. So momentum is being created and it's time to 10x it.
Yeah, let's go.
So I want to say congratulations to all of you guys. I know some of you guys, you're also some of the leaders that have ranked up. I lost count, my dear Helen. We had 6 new silvers, correct?
Yes, we had Jane, Kenani, Helena, the, who is the other one?
Kenan actually hit bronze and silver in 24 hours.
Yes.
That is amazing. 2 ranks.
Let's see the leaders.
I've actually got it here. I just want to take a moment to basically
Okay.
say congratulations to everybody because this is so important.
Charlotte as well.
So Helena, Tapiwa, Charlotte, new silvers, Kanan, new silvers. And like we said, Kanan also hit bronze. And we had one more bronze from Ireland this morning.
This morning, Miriam, then we had Gwen yesterday.
Wow, amazing. And we also got a new bronze and a new gold from the Hungary team and a new silver from the Italian team. So there's some really, really good things happening, guys. And I'm telling you, it's the right place at the right time. And it's just the beginning.
We also had 2 bronzes before yesterday. Colin and Flo from Ireland and Mo and Sandy from UK.
Amazing. And all these people, a lot of them, they're going to be experiencing their first bronze and above leadership call that will happen in the next 10 days. So let's rock and roll. So first of the month, guys, it's 1st of March, which is symbolic because it's also the first day of spring. Spring historically is one of the best periods in network marketing. Some people in winter, they go into sleepy mode. I'm talking about the average people, but if you're watching this webinar right now, you don't fall into that category of average people. Why? Because average people on Saturdays, they're relaxing with the families, they're doing their errands. But the ones that want something above average, they're investing their time on a Saturday to plug into a webinar so they can sharpen the mind. Abraham Lincoln said, if I had 6 hours in order to cut down a tree, I would spend 5 hours sharpening my axe and the 1 hour to cut down the tree. And he was talking about a tree, but he wasn't really talking about the tree. He was talking about investing in here. He said that if you basically got something that you're working on, a challenge, a vision, a goal, it's even more important the planning and the preparation in here rather than the action. And the way that we do this is through these webinars, is to help you to learn the skills, the tools, the training that you need, and then you apply what you learn to get the results. If you're just applying, you may get some results, but it won't be by design. Now, if you go to the other side of the spectrum, of course, where if you're just learning, but not applying, you can be the best student. It doesn't mean you're going to win. The ultimate formula is the learning application. Learning application. Okay. So this is why we basically do a couple of training calls every single week. And we do presentations every single night to give you a very simple system that all you need to do is plug in, follow the system, and success is inevitable. So what I'm going to go through today is essentially what you need to do in order to launch your business the right way. Now, if you're brand new, obviously this is very important because you want to launch your business. But even if you've been around now for a few months, guys, you can launch your business every month, right? You don't have to just launch it once. You can basically, especially right now being 1st of March, this is a great tool to get the month started off to the big start, right? We had some really great momentum to finish February. A lot of this momentum is going to help to carry us over in March in order to make March even bigger. But I want to give you the keys in order to maximize that, okay? So if you got a piece of paper and a pen, start writing things down, okay? Number one, as a brand new member or as an existing member, the most important thing is you need to have a very clear vision of why you're building this business. Why are you here? Why are you investing your Saturday right now and plugging into this training? What is it that you want to achieve through Viago? And please type it on the chat, whatever resonates with you. What is your biggest goal? The reason that you said, if I can achieve this is the reason I want to join Viago. What is it for you? So I'm going to help you in order to take this goal and create a formula so you can achieve it. Now, they did a research a little while ago, a few years ago. I can't remember whether, I think it was Yale University did the study, and they had a few hundred students in the room. And they asked them to write down their goals. And this is really, really important because this is very relevant to here. They said, write down your goals. The majority of the room never wrote down their goals. They said they had their goals in here. They went back, I believe it was something like 20 years later, and they tracked the journey of everybody that was in that room. And they identified that the people that had written down their goals, like physically wrote down their goals, had 10 times minimum bigger financial success than the ones that didn't. Only about less than 5% of the room wrote down their goals. And the 5% that wrote down their goals were making more money combined than the other 95% that was in the room that didn't write down their goals. How crazy is that? So hearing this, is it more important now that you write down our goals? Now, I know some people are saying time and money freedom, financial freedom. Amazing. I want to move back home to Zimbabwe when I'm $20,000 residual. Okay, so when you get to red diamond, my dear, you got to move back to Zimbabwe. And what about when you get to a blue diamond, then maybe you move to Cyprus?
That's a good one. Yeah.
Then you have a home in Cyprus and a home in Zimbabwe. Okay.
Cyprus closer to UK, yes.
Building a dream home for my family. Amazing. Rumbi, Big Sapphire. Brilliant. Okay. So this one, Big Sapphire, by the way, is a very specific goal. Same with Helen. Being on 20K per month, that is a very specific goal, which is very, very important. Okay. The more specific you are, the easier it is in order to achieve this. Okay. I want to show you something, right? Can you guys see that? Okay, it's a little bit blurry, but this is literally where I can see it all the time. What this says is the secret to having it all is believing you do. The secret to having it all is believing you do. That's a board that I have there that I see every single day. So number one is believing in your mind that you can achieve it. Number two is the specific goal. So next to that, what do I have? I have the board of all the different ranks in Viago and the residual income that each of the ranks is. So every single day, I am looking at and reminding myself that it's so important for me to keep believing the black diamond is already done. Very important. Just like you, I have my own goals, right? My biggest goal is black diamond, right? So number one, I gotta believe it. I gotta program myself it's already done. And I keep reminding myself of that. And number two is having the specific goals and milestones in front of me where I can see it every single day. Now, time and money freedom is amazing, but how much money do you need passively every single month to have freedom? Is it 1,000 a month? Is it 2,000 a month? Okay. Whatever that goal is, ask yourself, and this is when I show when I show everybody the monthly residual bonus, this document, and I will share it in our WhatsApp group afterwards. It's important because essentially I want you to look at that board and go, what is the rank I need to achieve that will help me to achieve my freedom price? Okay. What is the rank I need to achieve in order to get my freedom, essentially, whether it's money or time freedom? So you need to basically write this down. And the most important thing is when you achieve these, what are the things that you're going to be able to enjoy that you don't enjoy right now? Okay. So I know for Helen, for example, to be able to, live in Zimbabwe is a dream of hers. To go live in Zimbabwe, but also $20,000 residual in Zimbabwe, by the way, guys. I mean, she's going to live in a palace with plenty of rooms so I can come and visit. Okay.
Zimbabwe is very expensive.
Really?
Yes.
Compared to what?
Compared to UK even.
What?
Ask the Zimbabweans. It's very expensive. If you don't have the house, everything to start afresh, like I will go to start afresh, it's very expensive.
All right. So then you need the 20K residual, huh? So like Simba says, Simba's focused on black diamond. All right. When you guys have a goal that you've got written down for yourself, write down, I got it. Okay. It's very important to have that goal written down for yourself. Let me know when you've got it, when you're ready, and then we'll go to the next phase. Sapphire, and I got it. Absolutely. I can see that for you, my dear Tapiwa. For sure. And I know Sapphire is just the beginning. Now, by when do you want to achieve Sapphire? All right? Because a goal is a dream with a deadline. So Sapphire is a dream. You give it a goal. You give it a deadline and you make it a goal. Right? Bravo, Gwen, Emerald, Sapphire by March, amazing Rumbi. Brilliant. Okay, you guys, brilliant. You're on the right track. Okay, so the goal, the rank. Now, the thing that I want you to also be able to do, and I'm going to give you guys an exercise that you can do tonight when we basically, before you go to bed, okay, is how will you celebrate? How will you celebrate your goal when you have achieved it? How will you celebrate your goal when you have achieved it? So for example, you know, let's say Rumbi says Sapphire by March. And let's say it's the end of March, okay? And Rumbi logs it into her back office and she sees that Sapphire is done. What do you do, Rumbi? Who do you call? How do you celebrate? When you get that first $1,000 month residual, what do you do with that residual? Okay. I know for some people, it might be taking their whole family out to dinner. I know for some bigger goals, it might be to, you know, go on a holiday. Go on a holiday, book an escape, and take your family and celebrate. Because your family are as part of this as you are, right? Amazing, Helen. Okay. Is that when you achieve the 20K per month or something else?
Something else. The black diamond.
Black diamond.
So they need to be dinner.
Maybe it's a very expensive dinner from the sounds of it. So when you go to bed tonight, I want you to literally, right before you go to bed, I want you to visualize in your mind. You close your eyes and you visualize what it feels like to have achieved that goal. To be able to, you know, take your family on a holiday, take, you know, your parents to treat them somewhere special. Whatever it is, just visualize it, imagine it, be there. Who's there with you? What can you hear? What can you smell? Make it as real as possible. And I'm telling you guys, this one thing, by the way, visualization, this is how they train some of the world's biggest athletes in order to win gold medals. Visualization, Muhammad Ali, you probably heard the story. When Muhammad Ali became the #1 in the world in heavyweight boxing, and a reporter said to him, "How do you feel being the #1 heavyweight champion of the world?" And he expected him to say, "How amazing, I couldn't believe it." But Muhammad Ali goes, "What do you mean, how do I feel? I've already lived this moment 1,000 times in my head." Every single time before he was about to get in the ring, Muhammad Ali would sit there and visualize the whole fight in his mind, his footwork, his punches, at what round he was going to knock him out. That's what made Muhammad Ali the greatest boxing champion, heavyweight boxing champion in the world. This, you see what I mean? Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the best football players in the world. Same thing, visualization, mindset. He meditates on it. Tiger Woods, one of the greatest tennis player, golf players in the world. He would sit there and visualize where the ball would go before he would basically strike. So I'm giving you guys things that coaches that are basically charging a lot of money to these athletes are sitting there and basically giving them and guiding them through these. This is the game of your life, guys. Viago is the game to help you to get your dream life to become a reality. Play it like a champion. You notice that whenever I make a post on Team Up, on the Facebook groups, or on your WhatsApp groups, I always say, hey, champions. Why do I say that? Because what you voice is what you create. I say that one more time. What you voice is what you create. I want to speak the champion mindset into everybody's mind because that's how we become champions. We believe it in our mind first. Same with your goal. You believe it in your mind. You see it in your mind. You visualize it in your mind. This one is half the game. Believing that you can do it is 50% of the game. The action is the other 50%. So the action, what does it come down to? Okay. Now, let's say you're brand new right now, even if you're not brand new, by the way. Okay. The same applies what I'm going to tell you right now. Do you want to make money fast or slow? Type it on the chat. Do you want to make money fast or slow? Let's see. Kenan, of course. Fast, fast, fast. All right, everybody wants to make money fast. Are you sure? Are you sure you want to make money fast? Okay. Now, you want to make money fast and you're sure you want to make money fast. I'm going to give you the game plan to make money fast. Okay. Do you want to make a little bit of money or do you want to make a lot of money? A little bit of money or a lot of money? Zoom user says a lot, but they don't tell me who they are. Lots and lots. It's a whole lot of money. Okay. Bomba. Okay. So here's what I want you to write down. Okay. Take a fresh list. And I want you to basically write down 10 names right now. And I'm going to ask you some questions. If you've been around for a while, it needs to be 10 names of people that have not seen Viago yet. Okay. 10 names of people that have not seen Viago yet. If you're brand new, then obviously everybody you know has not seen Viago yet, right? So here's the 10 people that need to be on the list. Firstly, what's one place that you guys always wanted to travel to? One country that you've never been to, that is your dream destination to go. Just put it on the chat. Your dream destination that you've always wanted to go to. Chris. Morocco, Bali, Australia. I love it. Someone said UAE. Well, you better come with us next week then, precious. Mexico. Nice. Australia, Barbados, New York. Nice. Fortune is like, I don't want to choose one. I want to go everywhere. Jamaica. And of all the countries you mentioned, the only one I haven't been to so far is Barbados. Not yet. Okay. So imagine I said to you, I'm going to give you 15 rooms, all expenses paid for, to the one country that you've always wanted to go to at a beautiful 5-star hotel. But In order to get those 15 rooms, you literally have the next 2 or 3 minutes to write down 15 names. And I'm starting the timer from now. 15 names. As soon as you got the 15 names of the people that you want to take to this holiday with you, say, I'm done. I'm going to give you 3 minutes. Okay. If you don't have 15 names, you don't get the 15 hotel rooms. You only get whatever hotel rooms that you wrote down. So I'm starting the timer now. 15 names. And obviously, you don't need to think in terms of who can afford to come to Australia because it's all expenses paid for, right? Rumbi, like I'm driving. Yeah, Rumbi, please keep driving and keep your eye on the road, okay? But you can do this later.
At least we eliminate Rumbi Kenan. Last time.
That's funny. Let's see who's the first one
Yeah,
to
last
get.
time we rigged last time by Rumbi.
Yes.
You guys, I don't rig anyone. I was just fast.
Okay, you
Make the
did not
record
follow
straight.
instructions.
Wow, bravo. So done. Ruth is done. Gwen is done. Amazing. Precious is done. And we still got 90 seconds to go. Oh, Zula's done. Bravo. Right. If you're done, keep going. Keep writing more names. Okay. If you're done, you still got 1 minute to go. So keep writing. I want to see who's got the most names. Nice. Everybody's catching up. 30 seconds. Twenty seconds. Ten. Time. All right, drop your pens and let me know how many names you have on your list. Type it on the chat, how many names you have on your list. I'm very curious. 15, 15, nice. 9, 20. Bravo. 20. You know what's crazy, guys? Here's what's crazy. Some people say I don't have time to do this business. And in less than 3 minutes, you already have 20 names on average written down. And I'm going to show you how you can literally build this business to the point where you can make $100,000 a year by investing 2 hours a day. I'm telling you. It's not the time you invest. It's, are you being effective with your time? And are you being consistent? It's not the time you invest, it's whether you're being effective with your time and whether you're being consistent. When you're effective and consistent with your time, I'm telling you, network marketing, you can build a 6-figure income part-time. When I got started in network marketing, I remember I got to about $100,000 a year in my first 13 months, and I was doing 8 to 10 hours a week. But it was 8 to 10 hours a week, no matter what, whether it was snowing, whether there was a heat wave, whether there was a train strike. I didn't care. It was no matter what. Every single day, I was showing 1 or 2 people a day, 1 or 2 people a day, every single day. Because I was already working about 80 hours a week in my various jobs. So I had no time. So I always know how to work with busy people. And this is what I tell everybody. Take a little block of time every day where you become super laser focused with one activity. For example, right now you got a list of 20 names. I'm going to show you the right way to invite people. Okay? The right way to invite people. Now, there's 2 ways you can invite people. One is by calling them, the other one is by texting them. I always tell people, do what's normal to you. If you're a texter, text them. If you're a person that calls people, call them. Me, I do both. Okay? So, if you got people that are in a location where you can drive to them, I always recommend driving to someone and meeting them face to face. It's always going to be a lot more powerful rather than getting them on a Zoom. Okay, but if you can't drive to them, get them on a Zoom, right? So I said, someone that texts and calls, here's what my text looks like. In 20 minutes, we've got a presentation today, okay? Tomorrow, same time, we have another presentation. My text invite would simply be literally, hey, and I would put the name of the person that I'm basically texting. Hey, Donbridge. Hey, Kanan. Hey, Mr. Mushambi. Are you free tomorrow night at 7 o'clock? That's my question. That's my text. And I send the text. That's it. Okay? Now, some of them are going to reply back straight away. Some people will take a little bit longer. I don't care. Whoever replies saying, yes, I'm free. What's up? I call them. Hey, Helen, I'm so glad you're free. Listen, can you be in front of your computer at 7 o'clock, no interruptions? I need 40 minutes of your time. Now, at that point, by the way, guys, this one point here I'm going to tell you, this is all the money, right? At that point, they may ask you, what is it? What's it all about? When you start giving information away, you've already lost the game. Don't give things away, otherwise you lose the game. The game is curiosity. When they're curious, the mind is open. The more you feed the curiosity, the more the mind closes. You guys with me? Okay, so you got to keep the mind open. You don't know what they're going to see. Some people get started for the travel, the money, the community, the lifestyle, the personal development. Everybody has their own reason for getting started. Okay, so, hey, are you free tomorrow night at 7 o'clock? Hey, can you be free tomorrow night at 7 o'clock? Whatever's more natural. Then I follow it up with a phone call going, great. Can you be in front of your computer for 40 minutes, no interruptions? What is it? I'd love to tell you, but it's visual. That's why I want to show you. Okay? I'd love to tell you, but it's visual. That's why I have to show you. Another twist to that, if you want, whatever works, doesn't have to be word for word, by the way, guys. Like, the more you do it, the more you can adjust it so it becomes more personable. It becomes down to your tonality and what's natural to you. I'll tell them I'm going to introduce you to someone super successful. Okay? I'm going to introduce you to someone very special. Whatever it is. The number one goal is to get them to see the information. Okay? So, number one, you've got your why. Number two, you've got a list of about 20 people that you can share this with. Number 3, now you know how to invite. You've done the 3 first steps of a getting started right training, okay? Now, I'm also going to tell you the X factor, okay? I know that for a lot of you guys, and I always say this, that when it comes to the trainings, I am the most passionate when it comes to the trainings, because if it wasn't for the trainings in this industry, I would not be here. I was the person that I thought I knew it all. I was the person that was completely unteachable. They were telling me this is the system. I thought I know better. Let me try it this way. I was very thick-headed, but at some point I had to eat humble pie. And once I started paying attention to what I was learning at the trainings, that's when my business completely shifted. The X factor in this business is always the training events. Yeah, I know that it's very short notice. Most of you are not going to be able to come next week. There might be one of you right now that goes, you know what? The first official training of Viago is next week in Dubai. Whenever am I going to get a chance to be somewhere when a company launches for the first time in history? There's never going to be another launch. This one launch is the first ever event for Dubai, in Dubai, for Europe and Africa. Okay, we've got close to about 300 people that are going to be there with us next weekend. I know a lot of you guys, maybe you can't get the visa or the rest of it. Here's what I know. If you're hungry enough, you'll find a way. And the X factor is what? It's exactly what my mentor told me 16 years ago. He goes, don't just track your numbers on how many people you show the presentation to. That's very important, he said. When you show the presentation, you do addition in your team. But when you take your new team, he said, to the trainings, that's when you start doing multiplication in your team. Let me ask you something, right? Let's say you want to achieve, Sapphire, which is 100 people in your organization. That's what Sapphire is, 100 people in your organization. Now, if they're on clubs, they're on a club Viago, the $50 a month, it's going to be double the numbers. But if they're on $100 a month, it's 100 people in your organization. Let me ask you something. If you had to achieve this by sponsoring 100 people, that could get pretty exhausting, right? To go sponsor 100 people. But what if you could get 10? Could get 10. What's smarter? What's more efficient? Right? Making 100 sales or making 10 sales and helping them get 10? Now, is everybody going to go get 10? No, some people will do a lot. Some people will do a little bit. Here's what I know. On average, for every single person that I bring to a big event, on average, over the next 12 months, my business grows 10x. So if I want to have a team of 1,000 people, I need to take minimum 100 people to a big event. And I'll have 1,000 new people in my team over the next 12 months. These is statistics that I have calculated based over 16 years of building this industry, 3 different companies, and every single company, I never missed a training, and I always tracked how many new people that I had at an event. This is the X factor, guys. So you got your 3 steps. You got your goals, you got your list, and you know how to invite. You start building your team, and then your biggest goal is the next event, get as many people to the next event from your new team as possible. This is the X factor. Now, I'm going to give you one more tip before we wrap things up and pass it over to my dear Helen, okay? The last tip is this. There's 3 speeds that you can build this business. There's a slow and steady. There's the fast speed. and there's the record-breaking speed. Whichever one you choose, it comes down to your goals, your vision, your mission. I can't tell you, hey, Helen, you need to go to this speed. Remember I asked you guys earlier, by the way, okay? Do you want to go fast or slow? Do you want to make a little bit of money or do you want to make a lot of money? I ask this to everybody that I enroll, right? Every single person I ask this. And Matt Morris taught me this many, many years ago. Everybody says, I want to make money fast. Everybody says, I want to make money, a lot of money. So I go, great. I'm going to give you the action plan in order to build this fast. So write this down. 1, 3, and 5. 1, 3, and 5. Slow and steady is show 1 a day, every day. Slow and steady is show 1 a day, every day. If you want to build fast, show 3 a day, every day. Not every day, 6 days a week, essentially. If you want to have basically 1 day a week where you're resting and spending time with family, it's fair enough, guys. But 6 days a week, 3 a day. That's if you want to build this fast. If you want to be a record breaker, this is not for everybody. But you know who you are. If you consider yourself someone that you just want to break records, you want to go fast, you want to be on the stages of the world, you want to become a trainer with the company as fast as possible, show 5 a day, every day. It's not easy, but then again, getting to Black Diamond is not going to be easy. If Black Diamond was easy, everybody would be doing it. If Blue Diamond was easy, everybody would be doing it. The hard is what makes it worth it. The hard is what gives you the big rewards. You know, Les Brown said it. He goes, if you do what's easy now, your life will be hard later. He goes, but if you do what's hard now, your life will be easy later. What did he mean? He goes, a lot of people choose the path of least resistance. You know, the path of least resistance is what most people do. They got a job, they get a paycheck, they come home, maybe they scroll on social media, maybe they watch TV. That's what most people do, right? They choose the easy path. And their life is hard later because as the cost of inflation keeps increasing, as the cost of living keeps increasing, as all of these things keep doing, at some point it's going to catch up to them. And when most people retire and they realize a pension is not enough to live a decent quality of life, most people will realize they have to keep working the rest of their life. That's why if you do what's easy now, life will be hard later. But if you do it the other way, if you do what's hard now, hard is coming home and maybe you're exhausted from working all day, but you're still doing 2-3 presentations every day. Hard is what Helen did yesterday when it wasn't easy and she was this close and she kept on pushing and pushing and pushing. I remember speaking to her at 10 o'clock my time at night after she just achieved it. And she goes, I was so busy today, I forgot to eat. That's doing the hard work. But she's doing the hard work now. And then later, her life will be easy. You guys with me? Okay.
Yeah.
So, my dear Helen, I know I went a little bit over time, but I just got excited with the team. Okay, I'm going to pass it back to you. Guys, take this action plan. You have everything you need right now that if you literally work the plan over the next 90 days, I'm telling you, over the next 90 days, we're going to have an unbelievable momentum. We had a great momentum coming into March. I'm telling you, March, we're going to quadruple what we did in February. Back to you, my dear Helen.
Wow, sorry, my light is very bad here. That was really powerful. I'm choosing the record-breaking speed. Oh, let me not be on on video is bad. So thank you so much, Efrosyni. I cannot add anything to that. All I'm saying is, guys, let's put on our running shoes and make March a record-breaking month. We have a Zoom coming up. Let's join and follow up the guests. Thank you so much. See you in the next Zoom meeting. Thanks, Efrosyni. We really appreciate. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you, leaders.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.